Hey, what is up? Hopefully you are having a great day here in Arizona. It's freaking raining. It's awesome. Nice day. Kids are at dance with the wife. I'm working from home, and I wanted to share some with you because it was on my mind today. I was like, as my back hurts a little bit, I was like, man, I bet some other people have back pain. So if you do, I'm here to explain a little bit why you and I both are experiencing some back pain, and hopefully I can do it in a way that makes sense. By the way, for those of you who don't know, my name is Chris. I'm an online fitness expert that's not only helped myself, but helped thousands of other people lose too many pounds to count now and try to explain things in a way that's really easy to understand, really actionable, so you can get insane results. Even if you're working with me, that's great, but you can understand some really big concepts that are often not talked about, which is kind of it's weird for me because my whole thing is I want to help show you why things are happening the way they are so you can take control of your life and your health. I don't know what's going on in the world, but it seems to be a problem there. Now, what I want to talk about is back pain and why we experience pain in general. It's just a really nice one to use for your back, but this can apply for almost anywhere, anywhere where you have two opposing muscles. So it wouldn't make sense for like your quad, why your quad hurts, but like at junctions, like at joints, like your back, your knees, your ankles, your shoulders, your neck, all these sorts of things. Same rules apply. Okay. So oftentimes what we're told is that it's because you're just tight, that some area is tight. And so getting a massage or chiropractor will fix the problem. And the good thing is it fixes it for a minute. It fixes it for a while. So I'm not knocking massage, chiro, any of these things. What I am saying though is it does not solve the problem because here's the problem. Let's take your back as an example. Okay. And I'm going to show you this way. Okay. So pretend that I'm showing you this way. Or actually, back, we'll go front and back. That'll be easier, okay? So when you have your back, let's say this is the front part, okay? This is like your quads and your hips. You have muscles that literally act like bands, like rubber bands, okay? That's why you can go like this, your finger, and you let it go. You see how it bounces? It's not because it bounces because it's just bouncy, it's because it's elastic. Our muscles allow you to do that, which is why we don't go duh, duh. We have some motion, we can do some jukes, and we can use that reflex to jump and to run and to evade and have agility and also land and be able to cushion our landing without it being so structured and rigid. So let's say you have this amount of strength on one side. Let's say it's the front side, okay? So we've got that. And if you have a fancy schmancy squat rack like I do, you can just slide this bad boy. Can we slide it? Oh, I got to take it out. 1 second. Take this out. I've actually never used these because I only have one set of each band. Okay, so I've got that secured on there. And then you've got this on this side. Okay, so you've got that. Then on the other side, let's say this side over here, on my left, you can't really see it well. Sorry, I don't have a really good setup, but on this side, it is the back. I wonder if I scooch this over if it gives us enough. That'll have to do, okay? So this side over here has a band on it that's thicker than this one. What I'm showing you is this front side of your back is strong, and this back side is not very strong. It's weaker than the other one. So you've got your band, you're picking this up here, you've got it on there. Now, if I were to pick this up, which I'm going to pick it up, and thank goodness I'm somewhat strong-ish, you're going to see that the band on this side is going to pull it forward more than the other side. I'm going to try to combat it as little as I can, right, just so you can show you, but let's see. So I'm here, like this thing. You see how it really wants to pull down. Now, this feels like it should sit like this. I'll try to stand up straight, but it's really challenging. Like I'm really working my abs here on this side to hold that thing up. And by the way, those bands are like 10-pound difference, okay? And that's a slight difference. What happens, don't try this at home, what happens when I add a heavier band? Okay, so I have this green one. I'm gonna add this yellow band, which I think is like I don't know, 30 pounds heavier or something. So on one side, we've got 50 pounds of pressure. On the other side, we've got like 10, really, really small. So the discrepancy is huge. And so if I pick this up, this is going to be a little bit rough and hard. Oh, gosh. Like this thing, look at this. Like it really wants to dip forward. It really wants to dip forward, which really means if this is our back, our core really wants to dip forward because of how strong these muscles are. It's literally pulling my hips, boom, forward, creating a lot of tension and pressure in my back. So if you have pain, what do we need to do? One, stretching this is going to alleviate some problems for a minute. Stretching by doing some, I can show you a really simple stretch. Watch, I can go here. This is about, I'll lock my legs out. This is about as low as I can get. If I squeeze real tight, boom, watch what happens. I shut my muscles off. I just made them not work. That's what massage and chiro does to some degree. It makes your muscles relax. It makes them not fire as hard. But as soon as you wake up, step off a curb, feel like you're going to fall or cause some trauma, like if I go like this, I just caused some trauma. My muscles are going to go back to being tight again. And look, I can't reach my toes again. And I wish I was lying. Okay, try it at home if you want to try it. So what do we really need to do? One, we really need to strengthen, not the area here, we need to strengthen the opposite side. Because if they were both the same, there would be no pain. And so if it's back pain and you're like, my back is really tight, odds are, and by the way, it's really tight. I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to show it, and then I want you to watch it again. It's really tight because as I pick this up, gosh, this is really hard to do. Okay, as I pick this up, you see how this band gets higher on my left, this little band, while these other ones get really lax? It's like that. It's like that because one side is pulling down and the other side is lengthening it. So it feels tighter because it's weaker. It can't help keep things level because it simply isn't strong enough. It doesn't have enough capacity to be able to combat the tightness on this side versus this side. Does that make sense? And so what we need to do is we either A, get weaker, which is not a smart move, or we get that side stronger. We get a band or get more weight or get stronger on the opposite side to where it's easy to hold again. It's easy to keep stable. So if you have knee pain, you can go, okay, I have one side that's way stronger than the other one. How can I know this? Well, if you can do, let's say you're sitting down doing this and you're doing 100 pounds here and doing 30 pounds this way, that's a big difference. And by the way, your hamstrings should be stronger than your quads. So problem, if you have shin splints, okay, how strong are your calves, the muscles on the back, versus the muscles on the front? Are they weaker? Are they the same? Because the calf muscles should be significantly more and stronger than the ones in the front. If you have shoulder pain, how strong is your chest versus your back? If you have rotator cuff pain, how much stronger is this way versus this way? And then finding out, talking to a professional about where they should be. Like off the top of my head, those things should happen. Your hamstrings should be stronger than your quads. Your calves should be stronger than the front. Your triceps should be stronger than your biceps. Your back should be stronger than your chest. Like each of these things should happen this way. To the degree in which they need to, that's where we can look at you and figure out where you need to be at. But more importantly, it's not just like stretching isn't going to solve the back pain. It's just going to keep it there. You got to strength train. You got to lift heavy. You got to be able to make different demands on your muscles so that they can combat that opposite side or get weaker, whichever one you want to do. That's it for me. Hopefully you found this valuable. If you did, make sure you like, comment so other people can see this too. Facebook doesn't like to share my stuff because I talk about things that can help people feel better, and they don't like that I sometimes have to point out that people don't feel great to begin with. Okay, so that being said, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.